Let me put everyone's in ya. So enable waiting room, no more. And let's admit everyone. Bismillah.
Hello everyone, so I'm Yuslan. I'm from Buru Island, Maluku, Eastern Indonesia. I would like to share a little bit things about my experience in speaking practice group or SPG. So this community really extremely elevate my knowledge and skills, both professionally and personally. To personal, increase my responsibility, time management, and the most things my speaking skill in English. This skill because I won the English debating competition at my own university a couple of weeks ago. This is a good part. And for professionally, yeah, I can understand about how to prepare the meeting, like make the design, managing the Zoom meeting. And this is the crucial thing that I can meet the new people across Indonesia. This is the good things. I hope for this community in the future we can learn more from each other, and even not only from Indonesia but also from overseas. We can meet and sharing our knowledge and experience. So last but not least, I would like to say thank you so much for this community and happy anniversary to Speaking Practice Group, SPG.
Happy 4th anniversary for SPG Speaking Practice Group. As a mentee, I have learned so many things in here. Before joining, I wasn't confident, but our mentors and patiently support me and correcting me. It's really to help me grow until now. I never find this opportunity before. A million thanks for both Mr. Denis and Mr. Acep. Success for SPG.
Hello everyone, I'm Yoga, one of the mentoring members of the SPG Mentorship Group programs. So, congratulations to Speaking Practice Group on its 4th anniversary this year. So thank you very much SPG Group for believing me and answering me that we can learn and speak English. I've learned a lot from SPG Group because I'm learning English from the basic and cannot speak well yet. But with full enthusiasm, I continue to develop and strive to be fluent in English. During my training as a mentee, I become more confident speaking English. I am even more enthusiastic about practicing vocabulary and pronunciation. Not only that, I've also been able to interact with various groups, exchange opinions, gain new knowledge, and become more confident interacting with many people. I hope SPG Group can continue to grow and advance in the future, encouraging more people to learn and interact with English, as English is now a crucial need from interacting with the people around the world. Stay consistent with SPG Group and help many people learn English. Once again, congratulations SPG. Congratulations SPG Group is now 4 years old. Your role is very helpful for people to learn English. Okay, bye guys.
Hello everyone, so I'm Yuslan. I'm from Buru Island, Maluku, Eastern Indonesia. I would like to share a little bit things about my experience in speaking practice group or SPG. So this community really extremely elevate my knowledge and skills, both professionally and personally. To personal, increase my responsibility, time management, and the most things my speaking skill in English. This skill because me I won the English debating competition at my own university a couple of weeks ago. This is the good part. And for professionally, yeah, I can understand about how to prepare the meeting, like make the design, managing the Zoom meeting. And this is the crucial thing that I can meet the new people across Indonesia. This is the good things. I hope for this community in the future we can learn more from each others, and even not only from Indonesia but also from overseas. We can meet and sharing our knowledge and experience. So last but not least, I would like to say thank you so much for this community and happy anniversary to Speaking Practice Group, SPG.
Happy 4th anniversary for SPG Speaking Practice Group. As a mentee, I have learned so many things in here. Before joining, I wasn't confident, but our mentors and patiently support me and correcting me. It's really to help me grow until now. I never find this opportunity before. A million thanks for both Mr. Denis and Mr. Acep. Success for SPG.
Hello everyone, I'm Yoga, one of the mentoring members of the SPG Mentorship Group programs. So, congratulations to Speaking Practice Group on its 4th anniversary this year. So thank you very much SPG Group for believing me and answering me that we can learn and speak English. I've learned a lot from SPG Group because I'm learning English from the basic and cannot speak well yet. But with full enthusiasm, I continue to develop and strive to be fluent in English. During my training as a mentee, I become more confident speaking English. I am even more enthusiastic about practicing vocabulary and pronunciation. Not only that, I've also been able to interact with various groups, exchange opinions, gain new knowledge, and become more confident interacting with many people. I hope SPG Group can continue to grow and advance in the future, encouraging more people to learn and interact with English, as English is now a crucial need from interacting with the people around the world. Stay consistent with SPG Group and help many people learn English. Once again, congratulations SPG. Congratulations SPG Group is now 4 years old. Your role is very helpful for people to learn English. Okay, bye guys.
Perfect. Okay. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi
Hey, good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
Yeah, welcome to our meeting. I'm Gabrina and honored to serve as your host for this session. I hope everyone is doing well and feeling energized. Well, today is celebrating 4th anniversary of SPG. We have an exciting and meaningful agenda ahead. So, without further ado, let's get started. And okay, I would like to share you about our housekeeping rules and announcement. Yeah, it's to make this a safe and supportive place for everyone. First, please remain respectful, courteous, and mindful of others during the sessions. Second, avoid sharing any personal information, contact detail, or link to commercial products or potential unsafe websites in the chat. The third, the host reserves the right to remove participants who disrupt the sessions. The fourth, keep your microphone mute at all time unless it's during the Q&A session. For now, we don't need to pick out rooms or when the host specifically requests otherwise. And then the session is being recorded. By participating, you consent to the recording of your video, name, and comments. And last not for the least, take full advantage of this opportunity to practice English and expand your network. Be proactive and contribute to growth of this community. All right, and next, Mr. Ruslan as moderatory will lead the session. Hello, Mr. Ruslan.
Hello, hello.
Yeah, okay. Time is yours.
All right. Am I audible?
Yes, yes.
Okay. All right. Regarding this celebration, you already see this. The meeting agenda seems totally different from usual meeting. So let's see what it is. First, in 5 minutes, we display SPG birthday compilation video that we already looked at. And the second one, the opening by host that from Miss KK, read the housekeeping and welcoming a moderator. And furthermore, divided into 2 sessions. The session 1 is consists of introduction, the meeting agenda, and speaker CV. And next is speaker session by Mr. Christopher McFarlane, around 30 minutes. And the Q&A session plus group pictures in 30 minutes. The next is session 2 consists of the introduction, the 2 speakers CV, speaker session by Mr. Denis in 10 minutes and Mr. Acep in 10 minutes too. And the third is the cover with the Q&A plus group pictures in 15 minutes. The last is we have announcement and closing by host. So, yep. The next is next slide. All right. Move to the session 1. Just a reminder to everyone, the participant in here, during the presentation, please, you can take a note, perhaps want to ask to the speaker. So I would like to read the first speaker CV, which is Mr. Christopher McFarlane, talking about IELTS speaking and writing tips. His education backgrounds, Bachelor of Arts, English Language, Leeds Metropolitan University, UK 2012, and CFE Level 5 Diploma in Education and Training, currently ongoing. For his current work, Head of English Rainbow School in Medan, Indonesia, founder and IELTS instructor, the IELTS Age, and the IELTS co-teacher in Leaders English. For his skills and expertise, has K-12 English language instruction, IELTS and TOEFL exam preparation, business English and professional communication, curriculum design and development, creative project-based learning, and Cambridge English curriculum implementation. All right, so without any further ado, to Mr. Christopher McFarlane, time is yours.
All right, thank you very much for having me. So, how is everyone this evening? Is everyone keeping well?
Yay!
Great, Chris.
Yes.
Thank you.
Yay! Everyone put your hands up if you're good. Everyone good? Let me see your hands.
Second.
Woo! Good to hear. Good to hear. So yes, good evening, everyone. My name is, you guys call me Chris McFarlane. I come from Northern Ireland, so the north of Ireland, which is technically part of the United Kingdom. Okay, so you could say I am British, but also Irish. Okay, so I have the best of both. So first of all, thank you all for having me here tonight. I am an IELTS teacher and an expat living here in Indonesia. I am the head of English. I'm my current position here. I teach from pre-K, K1, K2, all the way up to grade 12. Also, I'm a former headmaster, principal at a school here in Indonesia. English teacher, ASL teacher, IELTS and TOEFL preparation. So I've been through it all. Tonight, I'm not here to give you, textbook tips or magic tricks. I'm here to tell you about the truth about IELTS speaking and writing, and this will come from the perspective of an examiner. Okay, so this will be what you won't read in a book. Okay, this will be from an examiner's point of view. So for the next 20, 25 minutes, I just want to share with you exactly what the examiners like me are thinking when we are scoring your test. Because if you understand how we think, then you know exactly how to improve and get the band that you want, that you need to go on to university abroad, to go into visa applications, to then get employment elsewhere. Okay, so let's get started. The biggest mistake that I see, not only with Indonesian students, but with students worldwide in IELTS speaking and writing, is students are too careful, okay, too safe and too polite, honestly. Because people think IELTS is about using, the perfect grammar and the big words, but it's not. IELTS is testing your ability to communicate clearly, okay, logically and naturally in English. If you if you speak like a robot or you write like, a template, you'll always stay at a band 6 or a band 6.5 forever. You need to start thinking of IELTS as a communication test. That's it. It's a communication test. It's not a grammar test and it's not a vocabulary test. So when you walk into the speaking test, the examiner is scoring you on 4 things. Number 1, fluency and coherency. Number 2, lexical resource, which is your vocabulary. Number 3, grammatical range and accuracy. And then number 4 is your pronunciation. So I'll tell you what that really means. Fluency or coherency. This is not about speaking fast. It's about speaking with a natural flow. If you pause too much, or if you sound like you're reading, memorized answers, then your score will drop. For a band 7, you need to be able to speak at length, connect your ideas, and show that you can keep the conversation going naturally. Now, small hesitations, they're okay. Long pauses are not. Okay? So, for example, let me just take a drink, guys. Loaded with the flu at the minute. I got sick on my birthday this morning. Terrible way to wake up on your birthday. So, question. Do you enjoy watching movies? A bad answer is yes, I like movies. Movies are fun. Not so good. A better answer. Yes, I really enjoy watching movies, especially action films. Last weekend, I watched a movie called Extraction. on Netflix. The fight scenes were amazing, and it kept me on the fluency and coherency. Okay? Because you're given details, you're connecting your ideas together, and you're speaking naturally. Okay, so expanding on what you say. Now, lexical resource, which as I said, vocabulary, use rare or fancy words. What I want to hear is vocabulary that fits the topic naturally. So if we're talking about social media, you should be able to use words like scrolling, posts, engagement, what words that relate to the topic. Here's an example. How do you use social media? I would say a not so good answer would be I use social media for communication. Decent, but not so good. A better answer would be I usually scroll, okay, through Instagram to see my friends' updates. I often comment on posts or share funny videos. Okay, so you're using those keywords that relate with the topic and you're connecting and expanding your answers. Because for band 7, you need to show flexibility with vocabulary, not by forcing big words. You don't got to choose big words that relate and force it into sentences, but by choosing the right words at the right time. Now, grammatical range and accuracy. So for this, I would say band 7, it's not about zero mistakes. Okay. Some mistakes are okay, but it's not about getting 100% perfect and having zero mistakes. It's about variety. Okay. It's about variety. I need to hear you using simple sentences, complex sentences, conditionals, passive voice, a mix of everything. For example, if we use the simple sentence, I like coffee. Okay, very simple. I like coffee. If we use the complex, I like coffee because it helps me stay awake during long hours. If we turn it into a conditional, if I don't drink coffee in the morning, I feel very tired. Or if we put it as a passive, coffee is usually served with sugar and cream in most cases. Okay. If you're only using, simple sentence structures, you'll be stuck at around a band 6. Even if your grammar is not perfect, if you could show a wide range of sentence types, it will push your score higher. Because remember, it's not about zero mistakes, it's about variety. Okay. And then next, we'll move on to pronunciation. So we don't care if you have an accent. Okay. Everybody has an accent, no matter where you come from in the world. I have an accent. Okay. Accents mean nothing. Okay. What we care about is clarity. Can I understand you easily? Are you stressing the right words? Are you using intonation to show what you mean? Okay. Are you using it on questions? Are you using it on, just intonation through many different sentence types? Are you using it in the correct way that we can understand? For example, I like to read books. What? I like to read books. Very flat, right? I like to read books. It's natural stress on keywords. I like, I like, I like. When you say you like something, you like things because you're happy about it. I like nasi rendang. So when you say like, normally it's a higher pitch. Okay, is your intonation correctly? I like to read books. Oh yeah, it doesn't sound like it. I like. Okay, so intonation is very important. Flat, monotone speech, it will bring your score down. Okay, natural rhythm and clear pronunciation will boost it. Okay, so that would be speaking. Now let's look at writing. In writing, task 1 and task 2, we scored you on these 4 things. Okay, coherence and cohesion, lexical resource, again, vocabulary, grammatical range and accuracy, and task response, if I'm not mistaken. So task achievement for task 1. So task response, are you actually answering the question fully? Okay. I think Dennis has got it here. So task 1, task response. Are you actually answering the question fully? Okay. For task 2, that means you need to present a clear opinion. Okay. Explain your ideas and support them with examples. For task 1, you need to give a summary, highlight key trends, and avoid just listing numbers. So, for example, task 2, if the question is, do you agree or disagree that technology has improved our lives? Okay. A bad answer would be, yes, technology is good. That would be a great answer. A better answer, I would say, would be, I strongly agree that technology has improved our lives because it makes communication faster and more convenient. For example, video calls allow families to stay in touch even when they live in different countries. Okay, so you stated your point, strongly agree. You stated why, okay, and you've given an example. Now, coherence and cohesion. This is about how well your essay flows. Okay, so are your ideas organized logically? And are you using connectors naturally? Okay, so are your ideas organized logically? And are they connected naturally? So, for example, a bad example again would be technology is good. Social media is good because people can communicate. Okay. Technology is good. Social media is good because people can communicate. A better answer, I would say, technology has brought many benefits. For instance, social media platforms such as WhatsApp and Instagram make it easier for people to communicate instantly, no matter where they are in the world. Okay. So you see how that's connected? For instance, it's a great connector. It's a good way of saying, for example, but for instance. So if you overuse words like furthermore and moreover, your writing sounds mechanical. Okay. Band 7 students, they use a variety of linking words because, for example, as a result, but, so, just to create a natural flow. Now, your lexical resource, your vocabulary, it's just like speaking. Okay. I'm not impressed by, rare words or fancy words that don't fit. Okay. I want to see topic appropriate vocabulary used accurately. So it doesn't mean that just because you can read a dictionary and you can pick, the biggest 6-syllable, most impressive words, and you force that word to fit into a sentence, that's not impressive. What's impressive, as I said, topic appropriate vocabulary, and it sounds natural. For example, a bad answer. Population is a big, bad problem. Okay. Or pollution. Let's go pollution. Pollution is a big, bad problem. Okay. Big, bad problem. Pollution is a big, bad problem. A better answer would be pollution has become a serious environmental issue, especially in urban areas where vehicle emissions and industrial waste are not properly controlled. Okay. I'm going to repeat that one more time. And I want you guys, okay, to tell me which words are topic appropriate vocabulary. Okay, so this is a test for everyone. I'm going to repeat my answer. And I want you guys to jot down and then tell me which words are topic appropriate vocabulary for my answer. Ready?
Yes.
Pollution has become a serious environmental issue, especially in urban areas where vehicle emissions and industrial waste are not properly controlled. Okay. And that is opposed to saying pollution is a big bad problem. Okay. One more time. Pollution has become a serious environmental issue, especially in urban areas where vehicle emissions and industrial waste are not properly controlled. So do you guys want to give me which words are topic appropriate? Okay. We got them in the chat here. Environmental issue, vehicle emission, industrial waste. Void issue, environmental issue, urban areas, vehicle, machine, industrial waste. Good. Yeah, perfect, guys. Yeah. Okay. So obviously, pollution, as that's our topic. Okay. Environmental issue, urban areas, vehicle emissions, industrial waste. Yeah, good. Well done. So, for example, if you're writing about education, then that means words like curriculum, assessment, academic performance, they should appear naturally. Okay. If you use words out of context, that will only make you lose marks, not increase it. Okay. So use words that should appear naturally depending on your topic. Now, grammatical range and accuracy. So Band 7 writing, it uses a mix of, I would say, simple and complex sentences. So that would be relative clauses, conditionals, passive voice. These things should appear naturally in your writing. So for example, if we go with a simple, education is important. If we go for complex, education is important because it provides individuals with the skills needed for future employment. If we go with a relative clause, students who attend university often have better job opportunities. If we go for conditional, if governments invest in education, the economy will improve. Okay? It will improve. And if we go for passive, education is often seen as a key to success. Okay, so there are just some ways you can put the sentences. I mean, you can still make occasional errors, but if your essay only uses simple sentence structures, you won't get a band 7. Okay, it must be varied. Okay, it must be a mix of simple, complex, relative clauses, conditionals, passives. Just mix it up. Okay? Mix it up as best suited to the topic. Now, my message to you guys here tonight as an examiner, here's what I want you to remember. IELTS does not reward perfection. Okay, I'll say that again. IELTS does not reward perfection for those who want to be perfect. IELTS rewards clear, confident communication. Okay, doesn't have to be perfect. Many students fail to reach band 7 because they focus on memorizing templates and forcing big words into their answers when they don't need to be there. Okay, but us as examiners, we're not looking for, someone who is a walking dictionary. We're looking for a person who communicate ideas clearly, logically, and naturally. Okay, that's what we want. If you can communicate your ideas clearly, logically, and naturally, you'll always receive a higher mark than those who make everything perfect. So, I'm going to give you some practical ways to improve starting from today. For speaking, I would say every day, pick a part 2 speaking question. Okay. And then record yourself speaking for 1 to 2 minutes. At the end of it, listen to it. Are you fluent naturally? Are you pausing too much? And are you using connectors? So if we chose the question, describe a memorable holiday that you had, your answer should include where you went, what you did, and how you felt. Okay, you should focus on telling a short story and not just listing facts. Okay, so I went to this place, I did this, I did this, I did this, and I felt amazing. Okay, sentences and facts. It should be a story. Okay, as if you're reading it from a book. For the writing, I would say write 1 task 2 essay every 2 days, every 3 days. Okay. After you write, wait for 1 hour. When you finish, wait for 1 hour and then read it again. Okay. Ask yourself, is my position clear? Did I explain my ideas properly? And does it sound natural? Okay. Because there's a difference from writing in the moment and then taking a break and then coming back to your work. So wait for 1 hour and then reread it and focus on those 3 points. Okay. So, for example, some people believe children should be given homework every day. Others say it's unnecessary. I want you to discuss both views and give your opinion. So, plan your essay with clear paragraphs. Okay, we should know what they are. Introduction, discuss view A, discuss view B, your opinion, and a conclusion. That should be your 5 paragraphs. Okay, this is how real improvement happens by doing it daily. So if you want to reach band 7 or higher, I personally think you should stop being afraid of making mistakes. Okay? Don't be afraid to make mistakes. Okay? If you've ever rode a bike, you've got on and you've fallen off. And it's a mistake. Okay? Fluency is more important than perfection. Clarity is more important than complexity. And confidence is more important than memorization. Okay? So remember, even us as examiners, we are human. Okay? We don't want to hear robot answers. We want to hear you as a person. Okay? At the end of the day, we are just two people doing it together. So speak naturally, write logically, practice daily, and don't give up. Okay? So I want to thank you for your attention. If anyone has any questions, I'm always happy to help. Any questions, anyone? Want to throw it out there? Any questions, Mr. Dennis?
Mr. Yuslan probably can be the moderator, Mr. Yuslan.
Yep.
Wait. Am I audible?
Yes, good.
Okay. All right. That's all. That's a wonderful explanation about IELTS. Wait. So I'll move to the Q&A session. If anyone wants to ask, feel free to ask. And anyone's? While waiting, perhaps that I want to ask to Mr. Chris about a question by me. So, Mr. Chris, I would like to ask about the question. Okay. I would like to ask the question about the IELTS. So, you mentioned about naturally, logically, and others, but I would like to know more about sometimes we face the topics not really familiar with the topics. So, what do you think? Any sometimes tips and how to that we just only say honestly, I don't know really understand about the topics or others. Only that.
Okay, so I would say, so you says sometimes you get topics that's not familiar, topics that you have no knowledge of, right?
Yeah.
IELTS, I would say it's not testing your knowledge, it's testing your communication skills. So examiners don't expect you to be an expert on every topic, but they do expect you to respond logically, clearly, and confidently, even if you don't know much. Okay? So I would say here's how you handle unfamiliar topics. So, number one, if you speak about related personal experiences, even if you don't know much about the topic, you can always relate it to yourself. So somebody says, do you think space tourism will become popular in the future. Okay? You don't need to know about rocket ships. Okay, you could say, well, I'm not really familiar with space travel, but I think it would be an amazing experience. Personally, I've always been curious about what the Earth looks like from space. Maybe in the future it'll become more affordable, but right now it's still something only rich people can enjoy. So this answer, it shows fluency and flexibility, even if you don't have any deep knowledge about space tourism. Okay? When you don't have personal experience to give, just give a general opinion. So in the writing task, it says, for instance, um, some people believe that art classes are as important as science in school. For instance, if you don't care about art, you could say, although subjects like science and math are essential for future careers, art classes help students develop creativity and express their emotions, which is equally important for a balanced education. And the last one I would say would be paraphrase and speculation. So this works if you're completely lost. If you have zero idea, paraphrase the question and then give a general thought. Okay. So for instance, the question is, what are the advantages of electric cars? You could say, to be honest, I don't know much about electric cars, but I think one of the advantages is they are better for the environment compared to traditional petrol cars. Okay. So speculation with phrases such as I guess, I believe, I suppose are completely acceptable. So that would be my three things to remember about questions you have no knowledge about, okay?
All right, thank you so much. And next is Miss Aisha. You can ask.
Mhm.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Chris, for the great explanation in speaking and writing tips in IELTS. So my question is, when it comes to speaking, so after the examiner gives the question, we have to, of course, we have to think for a while about the answer and to produce the most appropriate answer for the question. So, how many maybe minutes or seconds? Because I never took IELTS before. How many minutes or seconds that it is still tolerable? That doesn't make our scores drop that much. Think about the right grammar and maybe the right sentence to use at that moment. So how will you answer about these questions? Thank you so much.
Okay. So when the examiner would ask you a question, you are allowed a short pause to think, okay? But it needs to be sort of a natural pause, and not an awkward silence. So I would say for speaking part one, general questions, you should answer immediately or after a very short pause, maybe 1 to 2 seconds, because the answers are meant to come off naturally. Okay. Part one is designed to feel like a casual conversation. Okay. If you sit in silence and you're thinking too long, it looks like you're struggling with basic English, which will hurt your fluency score. Okay. So a tip for part one, if you need a few seconds, use filler words. Okay. Well, actually, and that gives you 1 or 2 seconds. Okay. Oh, yeah. So that's an interesting question. Few seconds. Okay. Let me think for a second. Well, and it buys a few seconds. Okay. So for part one, after 2 or 3 seconds, you must start answering. Okay. Speaking part two, it's the only part where the examiner will give you 1 full minute to prepare. Okay. Use the minute to write down your keywords and then mentally organize your story. So you get no extra thinking time for this one after you start speaking. 1 full minute, and then you must go for it. Okay. Now, speaking part three is the discussion. I would say in part three, you're allowed a slightly longer pause. Okay. 2 to 4 seconds, because the questions are harder and they do require your personal opinion. Okay. But don't stretch it too long. I would say after 3 to 4 seconds, you need to start speaking or use fillers to give yourself an extra moment. Okay. For part three, off the top of my head, some good fillers would be that's a complex issue, but I believe, or well, there are a few points to consider from my point of view. I haven't thought about that before, but I would say, okay, so these phrases, they would keep the conversation flowing, but they also give you a few seconds to plan your answer. Okay, so part one, 2 seconds, because it's a busy conversation. Part two, you have 1 full minute. Part three, 2 to 4 seconds is fine, but try to fill it with a phrase if you need more time. Thank you.
And my other question is it allowed to ask the examiner to repeat the question, or isn't allowed at all?
It's allowed.
Okay.
You
Thanks
could
for the
say,
explanation.
yeah, you could say that. Excuse me, can you repeat the question, please? And they will happily do so.
Thank you, sir.
No problem. As I said before, we are just two humans in a room having a conversation. Okay? We're not robots. We don't want to sound like robots, and you shouldn't speak like a robot.
Okay, so to Miss Gege, you can ask your
Yeah.
question.
Okay, thank you, Brother Yuslan. Hello, Mr. Chris.
Hello.
I learned so many things from you, insight. Yeah, but I think that you said before that we should be confident, right?
Mhm.
But for me, I have the biggest problem with myself is I didn't have a good lexical resource. Yeah, because I just using like yeah, standard of the vocabulary, and for me how to upgrade my vocab until C1 or C2. Maybe do you have tips or trick for that? Thank you, Mr. Chris.
Okay. So what you're asking is, how do I build confidence and improve my vocabulary beyond standard words up to a C1, C2? Okay, so I would say confidence, it doesn't come from knowing more words. Confidence comes from knowing how to use the words that you already have naturally in a real conversation. Okay, so step one, stop memorizing and start using. Okay, most students, yeah, okay, they know a lot of fancy words, but they never actually use them when they're speaking or writing. Okay, they stay in a passive vocabulary bank. Okay, so that becomes words you recognize but don't use. Now, to develop a lexical resource, you must turn passive vocabulary into active. vocabulary. And I'm going to tell you how to do that. So take 5 new words or phrases per day that are topic specific. Okay. And you can look at the topics of IELTS to see what topics they would cover. Okay. So take 5 new words or phrases per day that are IELTS topic relative. For instance, pollution, urbanization, and mental health. And I want you to write 1 sentence for each word or phrase using your own life or opinion. Okay? And then I want you to say that sentence out loud 3 times. Finally, I want you to try to use at least one of those words in a conversation that day. Okay? It could be a conversation with anyone about anything. But try to slip the word in so you're using it in a natural conversation. Okay? Step 2, I want you to watch and mimic natural English. And that could be TV, YouTube, podcasts. Okay? Because if you want to sound natural, you need to start listening to natural English conversations. Okay? Not just IELTS answers. Okay? Because listening to English, it's better than reading and repeating. So watch shows like, Friends, Modern Family, The Office, just for casual conversational phrases. Okay. Watch documentaries or interviews for academic vocabulary. And when you hear a phrase like, it blew my mind, or there's a catch to it, pause, repeat it, and then think of a situation where you can use it. Okay. And then this will give you more flexibility with phrases and idioms that examiners want to see at band 7 and above. Okay. Step 3, I want you to practice what I call opinion sprints. Okay. Opinion sprints for confidence. So as it says, confidence is not about being perfect. It's about being able to respond quickly and naturally. So I'm going to give you an exercise that I give my students. I want you to set a timer for 5 minutes. Okay. I want you to get a random IELTS speaking part 3 question. And for each question, you have 10 seconds to start answering. Even if you're not 100% sure, your goal is not to be perfect. Your goal is to get comfortable expressing your opinion without freezing. Okay? And the more you do this, the faster your brain will learn to stay calm and keep the conversation flowing. Okay? So 10 seconds. And that is that I would say that is real confidence training. Okay? Giving yourself a timer and then going for it. Learning how to relax under pressure. Okay? I want you to think, so you read the question. I want you to think, what natural word or phrase fits this idea? Okay. For example, instead of good, can I use the word beneficial? Advantageous, worthwhile. Instead of bad, can I use the word harmful, detrimental, problematic? Instead of I think, can I use I believe, in my view, from my perspective, but only use them if they feel natural. Okay. So that would be my 3 steps to gaining more confidence and trying to expand your vocabulary.
Okay, thanks a lot, Mr. Chris.
You're welcome.
Wonderful.
All right, thank you. So next is Mr. Yoga, so you can ask now.
Thank you, Brother Islam. Hello, Mr. Chris.
Hello.
I have a question for you, sir.
Yes.
My question is quite simple, sir.
Mhm.
But I think it is something that many people feel it in learning English. How to maintain enthusiasm in learning English, sir, especially on IELTS? Because if we have some experience like stuck moment and our enthusiasm decreases, like our enthusiasm decreases, and what shall we do, sir? And you have some solution about my question? Thank you.
Okay. So, maintain enthusiasm. I'll be honest. IELTS preparation does and can feel very repetitive. So I know where you're coming from. Writing essays, answering speaking questions, memorizing lists. It's quite easy to lose motivation. Okay. But the truth is, IELTS is not an English test. Okay. It's not something that you prepare for like a test. It's a life skill set. Okay. It's testing how well you can express your thoughts, your opinions, your personality in English. So if you treat it like a school subject, you will get bored. But if you treat it like you're learning how to express yourself better, that will help you stay more motivated. So I'll give you 3 ways to stay enthusiastic. So I want you to connect IELTS topics to your life's interest. So most IELTS topics, they're based on real life, right? Technology, environment, health, education, work. So instead of practicing with boring textbook examples, choose topics that you actually care about. For example, if you love football, practice speaking answers about sport and health. If you're into social media, write a task to SK on its effects in communication. If you enjoy cooking, relate the topics to food, culture, family traditions, or healthy lifestyles. Because the more personal it feels, then the more enjoyable it becomes. Speak and write, practicing on the topics that you care about, the topics that you like, okay? Now, part 2, I would say, turn practice into fun challenges, okay? Because as a teacher, I say learning doesn't always have to be serious. You can always gamify your practice sessions. Gamifications is one thing that I do regularly with my students. For example, speaking challenge. Record a 2-minute part 2 answer every day. But each day, try to use 1 or 2 new idioms or phrases that you've learned. For a writing challenge, pick a friend and challenge them to write a task 2 essay on the same topic as you, and then swap with them and give each other feedback. Write down what you liked, what you think could be improved. So you become the teacher, and then you both get your writing task back, and you're like, oh, yeah, okay, well, maybe I should have done that. And you'll learn from each other. And then vocabulary race. It's an easy one. Choose a dialect topic, for example, the environment, and see how many related words you can use naturally in a conversation. Okay. Sports and health. Think of the words. Okay. Boop, 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 boop. Rhyme them off. Pick a partner and rhyme them off. Okay, make sentences with the words. Because these small challenges, they create momentum. And if you do it every day, learning becomes fun. It's not a chore, but it's a game. And the last one, I would say the most important one, and this just doesn't go for IELTS. This goes for everything in life, whether it's cooking, whether it's going to the gym, whether it's studying, whether it's, giving up something or taking up a new habit. Focus on progress and not perfection. I would say most students lose enthusiasm because they expect perfection too quickly. Take the gym, for example. Some people go to the gym for a month, 2 months, and they're like, I don't look like Cristiano Ronaldo. I'm going to give up. It takes longer than that to achieve gains. Okay. So here's a mindset shift. Instead of aiming for a band 7 essay or the perfect speaking answer, just aim to get 1% better every day. Okay, just 1% better. Can you use one new word correctly today? That's progress. Can you make one less grammar mistake in your next essay? Progress. Can you speak for 30 seconds longer without pausing? That's progress. IELTS is a journey of small victories. And when you focus on those small wins day by day, you stay motivated and they all add up. So your IELTS preparation should not be about passing a test. Okay? It should be about becoming a more confident communicator in English. And when you realize this, enthusiasm, it's not something you need to find. It just becomes part of the journey every single day. Okay? I hope that makes sense.
All right. Thank you so
Okay, thank you, sir.
much. Oh, okay. Good one. Okay. Thank you so much for the participation and the exciting. So I think it's over to Q&A session. So I think that let me to conclude this. So that talking about IELTS, especially in speaking and writing tips. So it's not only test your knowledge. It's not about your personal knowledge, but how to deliver your thought clearly, naturally in others. So yeah, move to the next is the documentation session. So perhaps that everyone can open your camera on. So we would like to take a pictures. Perhaps others can help to take anyone's.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Miss Gege.
yeah. For everyone, can open your camera, please. On your camera, please. Okay. Thank you. Okay. 1, 2, and 3. Smile. Okay. Yes. Wait a second. Second is okay. 1, 2, and 3.
All right.
Okay. Okay.
Okay, just
Thank
reminders.
you.
So this event is organized by Speaking Practice Group, which is supported by two main organizations, Leaders English led by Mr. Denis and Fansmillennials led by Mr. Acep. So if you are interested in joining our community, please join our WA group and that will be shared by co-hosts. So yep, next one is so that the invitation to join our groups, follow our social media, Speaking Practice Group will be delivered before the second segment. So, okay, all right. Thank you so much to Mr. Christopher McFarlane in this opportunity. So if you have another activity, feel free to leave these meetings.
Okay, thank you very much. And I want to say good luck to everyone in the future. I hope you all pass your IELTS and everyone gets band 7+, or if you want higher, that would be great. If you do need more help, please feel free to join the groups and seek out for further help. We are always happy to help as guides, I would guess. Guides. Okay. Thank you, everyone. Selamat malam. Everyone have a
Thank
good
you,
evening.
Chris. Thank you so much.
Thank you so
Thank
much.
you so much.
Thanks,
Thank you,
guys.
Chris.
Sir Chris, bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Good luck.
Thank you.
Okay, so yep, move to the session 2 that consists of the reading to speaker CV. Mr. Denis as a first speaker, Mr. Acep and second speaker, and the last is a Q&A. So yep, first speaker, we have Mr. Denis talking about Mr. Altamis. Okay, so Mr. Denis Andreas talking about IELTS preparation and IELTS official test for his educational backgrounds, bachelor degree of agriculture engineering IPB University, and his current work English teacher for more than 13 years and field of interest teaching English and swimming, current city in Bogor, and special code there is no wrong fate in your life. For the second speaker is, can you next to okay. Okay, the next speaker is Mr. Acep Usman Abdullah that talks about SPG mentorship and SPG development. His education backgrounds in master degree from the University of Queensland, Australia, 2018, and bachelor degree from IPB University, Bogor, 2013. His current work, founder Fansmillennials Networks, business practitioner, mentor, and consultant across Fansmillennials Network partners, and President Commissioner PT Timeless Networks Group. Field of interest, human resource and community development, digital business consulting, financial planning and marketing, animal husbandry, and English. So his current city in Sukabumi, West Java. So for the special code, networking goes beyond the terms itself. It's about sharing ideas, building connections, and working together. Let's share, connect, and collaboration. Alright, the oldest CV is already read. So I would like to call the Mr. Denis to present his presentation talking about our preparation and others. All right.
Thank you very much, Brother Yuslan. And thank you everyone in this group. I can see that tonight we have like 30 participants. One of the most participants with the 4th anniversary. So you guys already met Mr. Chris, who actually from the point of view from IELTS examiner. So for some of you who actually interested to take the IELTS official test, and you probably also want to know what kind of preparation should you do and what kind of tests that some of you probably know, some of you probably don't know. Let me also talk about it in more details. I only have about 10 minutes in this session, so I hope that I don't really talk much about this. But we rock on it. So talking about the IELTS official test, I am the director of studies in Leaders English. Like what Mr. Yuslan said, that I've been teaching for more than 13 years. We are from Leaders English. We have some preparation in order for you to be ready to take the IELTS official test. Later on, I will show you how much the IELTS test today, which is not very cheap one. So that's why, unless if you are the son or the daughter of Sultan, which your money is countless, then you can actually take the test anytime you want. But if you don't have that much money, then of course we need the preparation. Talking about the IELTS preparations, So IELTS actually are divided into 4 skills. Mr. Chris previously already mentioned about the speaking parts and the writing parts when he talked more in terms of point of view of the examiners. So let me talk a little bit about the detail of IELTS itself. Talking about the listening part. The listening test, it's about 32 until 40 minutes. It's divided into 4 parts. In the first part, you're going to listen to two people talking informally. While part 2, you're going to listen to one person. And then part 3, you're going to listen to mostly 2 until 4. And part 4, you're going to listen to one person. Let me give you the example of IELTS listening test look like, especially for some of you who haven't done any IELTS. I also would like to show you the IELTS computer-based type, because IELTS are actually divided into 2 parts, IELTS computer-based and paper-based. What's the difference? The difference is if you take the computer-based, you will receive the certificate faster, only 1 until 3 days. While paper-based, it will take longer. I'm going to show you one of the websites you can learn freely. So this is the websites that you can learn. And I need your participations, everyone. I take this IELTS from IELTS Cambridge 19, the computer-based type. So I would like to show you this part. It says here, write one word and or a number. It means you can write one word, you can write one word or a number, and you can write either one word and a number. But it is not allowed to write more than one word. We try to listen. Help me. If you guys can listen to question number 1 until number 2, type them down in the chat box. Here's the audio for everyone. I only play this audio one time only. So make sure your headset is ready. And here is the audio for everyone.
IELTS 19, published by Cambridge University Press and Assessment 2024. This recording is copyright. Test 1. This is the IELTS listening test. You will hear a number of different recordings and you will have to answer questions on what you hear. There will be time for you to read the instructions and questions, and you will have a chance to check your work. All the recordings will be played once only. The test is in 4 parts. At the end of the test, you will be given 10 minutes to transfer your answers to an answer sheet. Now turn to Part 1. Part 1. You will hear a teaching assistant calling a country park about a school visit. First, you have some time to look at questions 1 to 6.
At this moment, you actually will hear some pauses. It doesn't mean that the audio is broken or how come it takes so long. It's actually your time to read what kind of questions you will face during part 1 or other parts. And here is the audio.
What would you like to know?
Well, I'm new to this area, so perhaps you could tell me something about the park first, please.
Of course. Altogether, the park covers 170 acres. That's 69 hectares. There are 3 main types of habitat: wetland, grassland and woodland. The woods are well established and varied, with an oak plantation and other areas of mixed species.
Right.
The wetland is quite varied too. The original farmland was dug up around 40 years ago to extract gravel. Once this work was completed, the gravel pits filled with water, forming the two large lakes. There are also several smaller ones, ponds, and a stream that flows through the park.
Okay.
Okay, I stop it there. I actually got I got one answer here from Mr. Yoga, from Miss Nimas Miss Fatia, I believe. Okay, so I got also answers from Mr. Alwi. What's actually the best answer? Yeah, let me play by stop. Number 1.
Woods are well-established habitat, 170 acres.
Park first, please.
Of course. Altogether, the park covers 170 acres. That's 69 hectares.
That's 69 hectares. You can answer like this. It's totally fine. You can also answer like 60 with the hyphen, like this. It's included as one word, but if you do not put hyphen, it's included as 2 words. So your answer will be incorrect. So the easiest one, using numbers. And if you answer 170, it's not the answer, because the answer is in hectares. While 170, it's in acres. Yeah, so it's actually 69. And how about number 2? Let me play that one. Let me fast forward that one.
The woods are well established and varied, with an oak plantation and other areas of mixed species.
Right.
The wetland is quite varied too. The original farmland was dug up around 40 years ago to extract gravel. Once this work was completed, the gravel pits filled with water, forming the two large lakes. There are also several smaller ones, ponds, and a stream that flows through the park.
The answer is stream. In this case, if the computer base, you can type it down either like in small cap, you can also type it down in capitals, but of course, please don't do like this. Yeah, like alaiwan. Nah, you know, if you know this, don't do that one. You actually confuse even the computer. Yeah, and in the actual test, you can also do highlights. So that's what the listening basically sounds or look like. Yeah, and then how about the reading? In reading, you will face 1 hour. It's divided into 3 reading passages. Let me also show you how does it look like in the computer base, and I will also show you the paper base. So this is the computer base look like. In the computer base, you will see the reading passage. It's on the left side. You can also highlight like what you did in listening. You can also do copy paste like this. Let me check. Yeah, you can do copy paste, but unfortunately, you cannot do Control F, which is finding a word. Because if you actually learn later, Control F, it's a magic, how do I say, magic button, but you cannot do it in the official test. Yeah, so you can just do copy and paste, but you can do also highlight. And in the actual test, you also can take notes on the computer. That's what the reading look like. And previously, Mr. Chris also already talked about the writing. In writing, it's divided into 2 tasks. The first one, it's related to write the data. Let me, excuse me, let me show you how the test of writing look like. Okay, this is the example of the writing, yeah, that you might have. Let me share the screen. Now, this is going to be one of IELTS writing task 1. And you need to write about 150 words. I believe previously Mr. Chris already write down not only just the grammar, but it has some other points such as task response, task achievement, lexical resource, coherence and cohesion, and of course grammatical accuracy. That's writing task 1. And that's also what we call as writing task 2. What is writing task 2 look like? Unlike writing task 1, when you only have about 20 minutes, writing part 1 is much harder than writing part 2. It actually depends. Some people say that that's true, Mr. Alwi. I personally depends on the question. Yeah. While writing task 2, this is actually wrong. It should be 40 minutes. And the question is about either, I call it here, it can be about opinion question or non-opinion question. Or it's also possible the combinations between them. And also, like what Mr. Chris previously said, I just want to show you the details. In speaking, for some of you who do not know how the IELTS speaking actually will be running in the actual test, first, you will meet mostly native speakers or someone who has speaking more than band 8. Yeah. And also, if someone already become examiner, he or she cannot be the teacher anymore. But if only become the mocking examiner like Mr. Chris or I, we can still teach the students. In IELTS speaking, it's about 3 parts. And I think I forgot to tell about the time. Each participant will have 13 until 15 minutes individually per person. So you will have 3 parts. Speaking part 1, it's all about you. Speaking part 2, it's the time for you to speak 1 until 2 minutes. And speaking part 3, it's about, excuse me, about your opinion. And I totally agree with what Mr. Chris said. IELTS, it's not only about using advanced vocabulary, but how flexible, how you can be fluent to express your idea. It's not only just memorizing things, but of course, it's also not a piece of cake where you use idioms can be the weapon for yours. So that's why I almost in the end of my presentation, Leaders English also provide the preparation. In this session, we have different one. Like I believe we have Mr. Yoga who also joins the previous batch and Miss Gege who also joins my previous batch. In the newest batch, we have 3 programs: silver, golden, and platinum. So the difference is the total meetings. We have 20 meetings, 12 meetings, and 8 meetings, where it will be examined by me and also Mr. Chris. What's the difference between the IELTS this batch and the previous batch? So if you do not want to learn about listening and reading, you actually can just take the IELTS speaking and writing only, which consists of 12 meetings. This is what we call as golden. If you want to take listening and reading only, then that's what we call as silver. And if you want to take the whole one, then that's what we call the platinum program. Why IELTS is important to be prepared? Because at the end, you are going to take the official test. Unless if you just want to learn English more deeper. There are 3 different places that you can take. Either IELF, IDP, or British Council. Which one is better? It's actually depend, I would say so. I already experienced all places. I did IELTS 4 times in my life. And how much the IELTS test cost today? 3 weeks ago, it's still 3,350,000. But since last week, the price is actually increased into 3,490,000 per test. That's why if you actually don't prepare, you can go. It's fine. I didn't prepare my first IELTS test. Well, probably I did. I joined um, my friend, which is Miss Tracy class, but it's only just one or twice. Actually, preparation is not for everyone. But if you want to be ready, then you can take the preparation. And because I assume that IELTS is not a cheap one test, so that's why preparation, I think, will be beneficial. I think that's all. My time is already over, I believe. I give it back to Mr. Acep, I believe. Please.
All right, thank you so much, Mr. Dennis, and also thank you, Brother Yusan, for introducing me earlier about my CV. And everybody, I hope you still okay with the session. I know this is the second segment of our event, and me as a third speaker. So what I'm going to share tonight is about it's about the SPG or Speaking Practice Group. Principally, that's our community now, and also how we develop this SPG through mentorship program. So let me share the website of SPG. So you also can visit spg.leaders stripenglish.com. And here you can find some information about SPG. But let me highlight more on the history of SPG itself. So Speaking Practice Group, or SPG, began as a small group of people who studying in Leaders English, who studying at Leaders English, that time IELTS class. Probably Mr. Dennis can confirm the number of people that time.
About 5 people, actually.
Okay, 5 people. So it was initiation stage. It was July 2021. So then the SPG opened to public, so the group become bigger and welcome more people to join the session. Approaching its first anniversary, Fansmillennials Networks joined the initiative so to widen the impact of this community. So we have now SPG Mentorship Program as part of the collaboration. Then I do believe that SPG now can provide more benefit to many people. So that's the history of SPG, and the main organization supporting SPG are 2, Leaders English, led by Mr. Dennis, and Fansmillennials, led by me. And you can visit both websites through the link on the logos here. I also would like to emphasize the importance of weekly meeting. So we have weekly meeting every Sunday evening, like today, from 7:30 to 9:11 p.m. 9:15 or even 9:30. It depends on the length of the speaker session, but yeah, normally 9 p.m. So what is SPG weekly meeting? Basically, it's about practice. So as Mr. Chris said, we need a kind of repetition. We need to have a routine practice, and we need to have people who supporting our learning journey. And Speaking Practice Group becomes that community that can help you grow in terms of English skills and also for networkings, as I mentioned earlier. So we have 2 main agenda. The first one, speaker session, and the second one, breakout room session. And today, as this is a special one, we don't have breakout room session, but normally we have 2 breakout room session, each around 15 minutes. And this website also highlights the contribution of previous speakers. I just noted from 2022, I do believe, of course, there were some speakers before that, which I missed to note, but of course, it was started in July 2021. It should be more speakers should be noted here, should be listed on the appreciation page. So you can find your name as well if you ever become a speaker in SPG, and including the title as well. So this is the descriptions of SPG's weekly meeting, started by opening session, main session, as well as breakout room session and closing session as well. So basically, this is the format or the structure of our meeting. So if you want to see to know more, you can read this special page. And then I would like also highlight more on mentorship program. So what is mentorship program? So mentorship program is an additional program organized by Speaking Practice Group. So it's basically the offering for members who wants to get intensive support from mentors, right? So we know that everybody has on mission, everybody has on problem. So in mentorship program, we will identify what is your issue and what we can work together throughout the mentorship journey within 3 months. So we have two mentors here, Mr. Denis and me. And related to the roles and responsibilities, we have 5 roles and responsibilities, as you can see. So all mentees here ever become host and co-host. As you can see, people here using Zoom special Zoom background with the title mentees or mentee. Those people are current mentees or previous mentees, batch 1 or batch 2. And of course, it is encouraged that the mentee to perform as speaker as well or moderator and attend exclusive mentoring session with experienced mentors. Usually it held after the weekly meeting. So extra session or even before the meeting, we have a kind of briefing or simulation or rehearsal so that people who will perform the role will get advice, suggestion from mentors so that they can practice much effectively during the session. And of course, we also have a kind of collaboration with the creative team to promote SPG through social media, including designing flyers and other visual content. And of course, we need mentees to help recruit future speakers and moderators for upcoming meetings. While the benefits from this mentorship program, especially for mentees, there are 5 as well. First, practical skills in organizing virtual events and creative visual content. So this is about the way how to improve our confidence level. As Miss Gege said earlier, one of her concern is confidence. So I do believe that the mentorship programs offered to Miss Gege help her a lot in increasing her confidence level. And of course, she now based on my observation, I think she improved a lot in terms of organizing the event. Today, she becomes host, right? So congratulations, Miss Gigi. I think you did very well in terms of the improvement of your English and confidence level. And the second one is English practice and personal development guided by supportive mentors. Certificate, of course, at the end of this mentorship program. I mean, after the durations finish, and 1 free seat in a leaders English class. This is very amazing, you know. Look, IELTS preparation needs cost, right? You have to pay money for registering yourself in LE's class. If you are mentee or finish with a satisfactory result from mentorship program, you will get 1 free ticket to get one of LE's class, either IELTS preparation, TOEFL preparation, conversation, business, English, or whatever that LE's provide. So you will get that ticket as long as you finish with satisfactory result. Of course, you follow the instructions. You are very collaborative and responsive, and can be reliable. I mean, we can rely on if we provide the task and you commit with that task. Of course, you have to finish it, right? You can cancel anytime you want. And the fifth benefit is ongoing career support for high-performing participants, being facilitator, teacher, or junior mentor. So this is also career opportunity for you because LE, Leaders English, now is growing. This business is growing. I think we need people who can be our future teacher or future mentor, and we want that from internal. I mean, from our current mentees or the alumni of the mentees, because we got the history of their journey with us, and so we want to make sure that they also can take the roles and responsibilities hire after they take this job, or what LEs or Fansmillennials offer. So in terms of mentoring syllabus, there are 5 as well. Basic public speaking in English. So there are some indicators how to speak English in front of public based on the indicators that we have. And the second one is basic principle of graphic design and video editing. This is part of the digital marketing as well, because if you work on digital or social media roles, I think the basic principle of design is a must. So we provide that principle as well, so that you can receive how to design very well, how to know the negative space that influence your design, the colors, the theory of colors, the layout, as well as the fonts. So those principles are required for those who wants to get skills in design. So we also offer this opportunity, this learning material for mentees. And then long life learning technique, especially in English. So we start with the problem, of course. What is your problem? And then we can start solving it. Of course, not instantly. So we monitor every meeting. So if you think that long life learning is a part of the strategy for you to get English, higher English skill, English, higher English score for IELTS, for instance, this is a part of the journey. You need to have a routine or like daily learning. So we monitor that as well. So we work together through peer learning process. If you now working on pronunciation, for instance, so you may ask feedback from us, which part of pronunciation that I have to work on, what kinds of dictionary that I have to use, and what is your experience, the effective learning process that you always use to improve your English. So we learn from experienced people. That's why probably it works, probably not, but see how you can implement that and see or evaluate based on your learning journey. And the last one is business and career orientation. So we want you also understand that at the end, after learning, you will go through academic, whether you go to business, whether you have a career. So all in all, I think you need money at the end. So we also prepare how to earn money from the skills that you have, English skills, networking skills, basic design, or video editing skill. So all these skills should generate money at the end, because it would be useless if you just work, if you just learn, but you can't really put it become a business or become part of your academic journey or part of your career. So you have to understand from the beginning what is your career orientation, and we have you work together with that part. So we'll have batch 3 mentorship program open now. So you can simply open the registration link that will be shared by co-host tonight. And also you can see the previous mentees. This is the second batch, and this is the first batch, right? So now I also would like to give a special session, additional session. I would like to invite Mr. Yoga to give testimony because he is also LE students currently, so you may also want to add more the information about LE's class as well. So Mr. Yoga, time is yours.
Okay, thank you very much, Mr. Acep. So guys, hello everyone, good evening. Thank you for this opportunity. So I'm very happy to share my experience joining the SPG Group Mentorship Program as a mentee. I have experienced many benefits from joining this community. So I am learning English from the basic, and it was very difficult when I first tried to communicate with others here. Initially, I often use Google Translate. I'm sorry, but to be honest, if I not use it, I'm very confused, and I had trouble understanding with others were saying. As time went on, I continued to study regularly. by attending SPG meeting, and I'm mentorship training with Mr. Acep as a mentee. Now, yeah, I upgrade my skill. I upgrade my learning on English. I can understand others speaking English like more easily, and I'm more confident in speaking English. And yeah, I'm still learning and working to improve my English. So SPG meeting group is very enjoyable. It's enjoy way to speak English comfortably. The program is open to the public. Yeah, this is free for you. Just join if you need more learning English. And I have benefited greatly, not only from the learning English, talk speaking and conversing with others, but also from gaining new knowledge, expanding your network, and increasing your confidence in public speaking. So not only that, I also took the IELTS Leaders English course with Mr. Denis Andreas. So that's I am very interesting because Mr. Denis Andreas is very great person, and I am joining. I was a student, and I feel very comfortable taking this course because Mr. Dennis, he was very funny and very friendly to guiding us, and he was so patient in providing us with understanding, and yes, he is very engaging and colorful in his delivery. Furthermore, at LE IELTS, we train in speaking with highly skilled, like a native speaker directly. From example, I just make a post test with Mr. Chris England from USA, and yeah, I need more improve my skill of speaking, and sometimes. And today, so we meet Mr. Christopher McFarlane from Ireland. It's very interesting too. And so, guys, if you want to prepare for the IELTS test, sometimes you need like a fun atmosphere and experience the test directly with like a real native speaker. And I think LA Leaders is more affordable about the cost. The cost is very affordable too, and I highly recommend you the IELTS LA course. Okay, guys, so that's all. Thank you for your listening. My personal experience with the Mantis SPG group, and I'm participating in the IELTS LA course. So I hope you are well and still happier. So good night. Bye bye.
Great, thank you. Wow, wonderful testimony and really real facts that Mr. Yoga delivered to us tonight. It's really real sharing. And I think I also would like to give a testimony about Mr. Yoga. I think he is very determined person. He has a great perseverance, and I think he is a long life learner, I believe. So I think he's very potential mentees. Hopefully, once he finishes this second batch, I think he can become facilitator and yeah, help others to grow as well. So back to the moderator.
All right, wonderful. Okay, so I think that you can imagine that Mr. Denis Andrea highlighted how the expensive and prices the task. So I think you need to prepare every task, especially in IELTS, so you can reach out Mr. Denis, especially Leaders English. So yep, because you have to prepare many things, that everything is available to Mr. Denis, and that already mentioned from Mr. Acep and Mr. Yoga too, that how to in speaking practice group, there's a mentorship that more benefits. You can take it and register for the third bench, bench 3. So it's the good things. So if you want to know more, this is the move to the Q&A session. So everyone wants to know, oh my God, I just want to know more about the IELTS preparation, how to the mentorship situation and environments in there. You can ask them. So perhaps that anyone wants to ask. While preparing the question, I think that I want to ask question first, especially both. One is Mr. Denis, so he mentioned about the IELTS test. So I think that I have a experience in taking TOEFL IBT, so really limited location. So do you any information that where, because I'm from remote area, so any location that I can take IELTS, or I have to take a IELTS by online or offline? So any information. And next one to Mr. Acep. So I would like to ask you about how you because many people are really not really confident with their ability, especially even like they're really not familiar in design, how to manage the Zoom, and how you face the obstacle when the students or the learners not really understand about this. So okay, so that's all my question. First things to Mr. Dennis.
Thank you, Mr. Yuslan. Mr. Yuslan, sorry, just want to reconfirm. Where are you? You are from Maluku, am I correct with that?
Yeah, Maluku.
Okay, so I was actually here in IELTS. Let's see. I am not sure if Maluku is one of the place, but I actually look at these websites. You actually can check the websites here. Yeah, let's see the closest place to Maluku. So one, we have the British Council. Let's see here. So if you want to take the academic one, you can click the academic. And then the Indonesia, I think it will be Makassar.
Oh.
If the closest, I think it's in British Council, yeah. But we take a look in the other place, or Manado, but still it's in Sulawesi, yeah. But we take a look IDP, because we also have the IDP test. So let's go by IELTS Academic, and then pesan tes Anda, and then we see find an IELTS test session. Okay, let's see if the closest one to Jakarta. Sorry, to Maluku, I mean. To Maluku, yeah. IELTS on computer. And then select country, Indonesia. And select city. Lombok probably is the eastern part that has the part. But if you go to Jakarta, so many options. If you go to Jakarta, so Jakarta has either north, south, west. The other one, if you want to go to ILF, so ILF it's also provide, but I am not sure. Oh, they have Bali, but again, Bali is still far away from Maluku, yeah. So let's see, ILF Maluku. Let's see. No, they don't have it yet. Probably if you can open it in Maluku, who knows? Because in Bogor, British Council just opened like 2 years ago. So if you actually have a proper place and you have students, and I mean like the how do I say, the one who requests for the tests are many, it is possible. Like in Bogor. Previously, Bogor was collaborated with ILF, and there is no computer base. But this one, IPB Training, IPB Language Academy, actually they collaborated with British Council. That's my answer for you, Mr. Yuslan. So hopefully you can do the IELTS test. Where did you get the IBT test? My last question to you. Where did you take it?
Surabaya.
Yeah, I think if you go to Surabaya, if you go to Bandung, Jakarta, unfortunately, Maluku doesn't have it yet. I'm so sorry. I wish that I can become the governor or something like that, but I'm not. Sorry.
All right, so next to Mr. Acep.
All right, Mr. Yusran, thank you for the questions. Yeah, regarding the obstacles that the potential mentor, the prospect mentees may face during the mentorship program, of course, we have an extra session after the meeting, and me personally guide them to familiarize themselves to the Zoom meeting or to Canva, for instance. And we also have special templates for the design. So basically, they can initially use template, but of course, we want them also to have, development of their skills in design. So we offer them also the opportunity uh, to develop the existing templates or to show their creativity. Um, Initially, we offers the material, learning material of the principle of graphic design. So basically, it's just one meeting. And then because I say this is basic, so we don't offer the advanced one. Of course, if you wants to have the advanced one, I think lots of course over there, but of course it's with money. But I think what we can offer is the basic graphic designs and also basic digital marketing, digital branding for social media, including insights. So Fansmillennials has experience in delivering this material to other organization as well. So we brought those experience to Leaders English Collaboration Schemes, SPG. So we want that mentees here also get these benefits through this mentorship program. And yeah, don't worry too much if potential mentees or prospective mentees here, I don't have basic design skills or even hard to work in digital creative team. You can start off with the co-hosting first. I think digital creative team is optional. So you can select it or not. It depends on you, but I think it should be valuable if you can take this at least a couple of practice or couple of chance that you can use from this mentorship program. Applying your design skills through the works that we always create every week, which is flyer and reel, right? I think that's what I can answer. Hopefully, this fulfill your curiosity.
All right, thank you so much to Mr. Dennis and Mr. Acep. So perhaps that we have once Mr. Sugi. If you want to ask, we're pleased to give you opportunity.
Okay, thank you. Am I audible?
Yes, we can hear you, sir.
Okay. Happy birthday to Speaking Practice Group. Thank you very much for organize meeting every week because actually my purpose is how to maintain my English. So usually I join if I have free time. And my question about IELTS is how fast, Mr. Dennis, how fast if I wanna take the test, for example, uh, next week I wanna test. Is it possible to get tomorrow? And how about the result? Is it also fastest or not? That's it. Thank you, Mr. Dennis.
Thank you
And
very much, Mr. Sugi. So if you ask about how long the certificate will be released, the fastest one will be 1 week.
1 week.
If you ask the certificate. But if you ask the results, the fastest one will be 1 until 3 days. If you take the computer test, then the results will be shown 1 until 3 days after your official test. But if you take the paper-based, it's actually taking longer. It takes about, that's why if previously, let me just show you that basically it says that computer-based is faster. Paper-based is taking longer because, you know, by paper-based, they check your handwriting. I did once, but I prefer the computer-based because it's faster result. And about the preparation, it actually depends on the person, Mr. Sugi. So I have one student. I don't know whether he's actually still here or not. He will do the test by next 2 weeks, one of them. I will not mention the name. So I was like, you already booked the test? I said, I did, he said. And then, okay, let me just prepare then. So we study for about 8 meetings with him. So it is private, not the class. I also always say this to all my students. I am not Dedi Corbuzier, which means that I am not magician. So I cannot promise about the score. I try my best, but it depends on the person again. That's what I can say. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much, Mr. Dennis.
All right. So anyone wants to ask, perhaps like Star Yoga, Miss Gigi, or others? Perhaps Mr. Asif want to ask about IELTS, find more information. How about others? No one?
If we close also, it's fine, Mr. Yuslan. 9:30 already. No, just kidding. Yeah, it is actually.
Okay. So I think that, yeah, we move to the photo session. So perhaps that if you don't mind, you can open your camera again. So we want to take a pictures. Yep. Anyone can open your camera on to take a pictures. All right. How about Nabil, and then Sandra, Sandri. Others? It's all okay? Okay, perhaps Miss Gege, could you help?
Okay, 1, 2, and 3. Smile. All right.
Freestyle.
Freestyle. All right.
Wait. Okay, next freestyle. Okay, 1, 2, and 3. Okay.
All right. So thank you so much to Miss Gege. So that I think that already mentioned. So perhaps that all of that is session is finished. So I would like to give back to host Miss Gege. So
Wait.
time is yours.
Okay, thank you so much, Mr. Yuslan. It is the greatest leading for our speakers and Q&A sessions so clearly and effectively. And then now I would like to call to our new participant in here. Anyone still in here?
Yeah,
Anyone
I think
visible?
Mr. Taufik Bramayuda
Who?
need more
Mr.
introduction.
Mr. Taufik Bramayuda,
Yes.
right? Hello, Mr. Taufik. Are you there? Hello. Okay. Okay, maybe next we will sharing ya, Mr. Taufik ya.
We also have Mr. Krishna.
Huh?
I don't think Mr.
Yeah,
Mr.
Mr.
Krishna
Krishna, I
Bayu.
don't.
Where is Mr. Krista?
Halo,
There
halo.
you go.
All right, Mr. Krishna. Yeah. Okay, Mr. Krishna. Please share your name and from where you are and from who you know this agenda.
Oke,
Time
oke.
is yours.
Ya. Thank you, Miss G ya. Ya, my
Yes.
name is Krishna Bayu Anggara. My friend call me Krishna ya. I know about this event from Mr. Denis ya. Mr. Denis in the past he's my lecturer ya. He's my lecturer, so to be honest, I'm not a new member, but I'm old member. But in 2023, yeah, 2023. So I'm come back here in 2025, yeah, to learn English again.
All right.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah. Welcome. Thank you so much, Mr. Krishna. And then anyone else? No one? All right. Okay. And next,
Mr. Sugianto, I guess.
oh, Mr. Sugianto. Hello, Mr. Sugianto. Hello.
Hi, Mr. Sugianto. If you okay, you can introduce yourself or just type on the chat box. No problem. You can mix bahasa if you want to. I think yeah, I invited him to join us tonight.
All right. Okay. Thank you, Mr. Acep, for the informations. And then next, we can move to another agenda, Mr.
Yes,
Acep. Yeah.
yeah. But
Okay.
yeah, Mr. Co-host will help us.
Okay. All right.
Wait a
Next.
sec.
Okay. Altamis, right?
Yeah.
Altamis. Well, next, we will move to another agenda. There is, we will choose the moderator and also speakers for the next sections for next week's.
Wait a second. Take home to the place.
In here, around.
So, or is there anybody who wants to be volunteer for next speaker or moderator?
Mr. Krishna wants to be the speaker, I believe.
Where is Mr. Krishna?
No.
2023, 2025. 2 years already.
No. Because in next weeks and in 2 weeks, yeah, I have work. I have FSSC audit. So
nice one.
we prepare a lot of things.
No problem, Mr.
Like
Krishna.
yeah.
Next 2 weeks. We're just kidding.
No.
But please come anytime.
Yeah. Seriously,
Yeah,
I can.
please come.
Thank you.
Okay, for the
The first
speaker, yeah.
choose moderator, right?
Moderator or speaker, sir?
Moderator.
Okay.
Moderator.
Oh my God.
From the easier one.
Congratulations, Miss
Congratulations.
Okay, next.
Next for the
Or
speaker.
the speakers.
Alhamdulillah.
Congratulations, Mr. Krishna.
Congratulations.
Okay, I'm speechless. Okay. Let me spend my time to prepare this. Yeah.
Great.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you, Mr.
Okay.
Christian. You can contact us anytime. If you need help, you can contact us. Yeah.
Alright. Thank you so much for everyone. Hopefully you got the benefit of this meeting tonight. I'm Gabrina Makfira. See you next week and have a good night.
Thank you all.
Thank you.
Thank you,
Thank you so
everyone. See you next
much.
week. Thank you, Brother Islamic,
Bye.
Mr. Dennis. Thank you, Mr. Gage. Thank you, Brother
Thank you
Marcos.
all.
Thank you.